No Wilson, no Maxi, no Bruno, no problem. Liverpool match preview. Welcome back to another video on the channel, Newcastle fans. If you are new to Black and White Banter, make sure you drop down, give us one of these. It goes a long way to getting us up that search bar. Just a quick click. And if you do like my opinion, maybe by the end of this video, maybe even 30 seconds in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified every single time a video gets posted. So it's the first midweek game of the season. In quick succession, we've got Liverpool at Anfield. Not a fixture that's been very generous to us over the last 5, 6, 7 years. We've picked up a couple of draws here and there, but we don't generally travel well to Anfield. And let's face it, Newcastle fans, we are playing, although they haven't started the season that great, we are still playing one of the best teams in Europe. So we've shown what we can do against Manchester City at St James's Park. That was a fantastic game, but that was when we had a couple more players, which I'm going to touch on in a second. But hey, we went down to Wolves on Sunday. It wasn't our best performance. It wasn't our worst performance. We were quite resolute defensively. And I think to go to this game, of course, Liverpool at Anfield is a big ask. It is. And I'm not going to sit here and say I think we're going to win, because I don't think that, especially after Liverpool bounced back from their poor start of the season at Bournemouth. I'm just glad we weren't on the back end of that. I think if we were playing Liverpool on Saturday after that Man United result where they got beat, we might have been the team who saw the wrath of them. So that can maybe be a good thing that we avoided that, but I think they'll definitely have a bit more in the stride now that they've got that result under the belt, and they'll probably be feeling oozing with confidence and ready to go again a couple of days later. But I think under Eddie Howe now, it's safe to say we don't fear these places as much, because we know, unlike many managers before Eddie Howe, we know that we're going to go there and give them a go. And I was there in December when we went down and lost 3-1. I thought we were the better team in the first half then. When Shelby gave us the lead, we missed chances. Maximin missed a one-on-one. A couple of their goals were quite fortunate. Should have one have been given when Mike Ding should have probably blown for an injury. Alexander-Arnold from the edge of the box. So we've gone there when Eddie Howe was still very, very fresh in his job in December with a much weaker side, and we played very well and we gave them a really good run for the money. And I agree with what Eddie Howe said in his press conference. We are in a much better place from that result. Almost, 9 months on, 8 months on, we're a stronger squad. We play a better style of football. We're more resolute. There's more of a togetherness in that team. So you just don't know. And the way the Premier League has started as well, I think it's fair to say this looks, if you were to base anything off the first 3 or 4 matches, this looks like it might be one of the most competitive seasons the Premier League has ever seen, where anyone can beat anyone. You know, you've got Crystal Palace going to Man City and being 2-0 up. You've got Southampton beating Chelsea tonight 2-1. It's all over the place, and that obviously fills me with confidence as well. But as I started this video, the injuries that we have picked up in the last week, and mainly in the last 2 or 3 days, don't fill me with as much confidence going into this game, and I think it totally changes the dynamic. So it looks like Eddie Howe confirmed this morning that Alan Saint-Maximin will not be playing tomorrow night. Alan Saint-Maximin, when you are playing Liverpool away, if he's in the right mood, I think is crucial. I don't rate, and I know it's a controversial opinion for a lot in the country with him being an England international, I do not rate Trent Alexander-Arnold as a defender. I think he's got one of the best right foots in world football, but defensively speaking, I don't think he's that good. And I think Saint-Maximin tomorrow night, if he fancied it, could have caused him absolute nightmares. If he played anything to the levels we saw against Manchester City, he could have literally, like he did with Kyle Walker, had him up all night shivering if he put in that sort of shift. So that's a really, really disappointing one for me. But not only that, I think without Saint-Maximin, it changes our style of play, because you're gonna assume he's maybe going to play Ryan Fraser there, who played at Anfield back in December. Ryan Fraser's a grafter, so that's what's maybe the benefit of that. He's going to support what you would hope might be Matt Targett at left back a little bit better. He's not going to stop working the whole match. But do you get the same quality? Do you get the same ability to take a player on? Not at all. The only thing I'd say Fraser's maybe better for is he likes to whip a ball in a little bit more than Maximin. So if Chris Wood is starting, that might work in his favour. Now going to the central part of the field, Bruno. Oh, that Brazilian beauty. He's also out for this game after he picked up a random injury, Tranmere. Apparently, by the way, Bruno was brought on to take a penalty in the Tranmere game. I couldn't believe it when I heard that. I didn't think Eddie Howe was as negative to think we were going to go to 2-2 and have to go to penalties against Tranmere. So, a bit of a silly substitution in my opinion. He could have waited to see whether Tranmere equalised before bringing him on to take a bloody penalty. So that's a strange one and really frustrating. So he's going to be out, and all we saw against Wolves, and I know all of the Newcastle players have supported Sean Longstaff because he's probably got some stupid abuse from some idiot fans online. But calling a spade, Sean Longstaff did not play very well on Sunday. He's a completely different player to Bruno. He has nowhere near as much quality going forward. Bruno's able to pick a pass. He's able to really make things happen. He wants the ball more than what I saw Sean Longstaff did on Sunday. So if he's going to go with Sean again tomorrow night, again, it just concerns me. And I think we losing. Bruno probably is our best central midfielder, other than Joe Linton on the creativity side. Maximin, our one player who can just do something out of the ordinary and create and scare the Liverpool defence. And then, of course, Callum Wilson, who got injured against Manchester City. Does that mean Chris Wood comes in now? I haven't mentioned Isaac yet, because as it stands at the moment, we don't know whether Isaac is going to play. His work permit still hasn't been put through. I don't know how this stuff works. The Premier League and whoever else deals with it has had all the time in the world to do it. Apparently the bank holiday has played a part in it being delayed, as if all the Premier League and all the UK government go out on the sesh on the bank on the Sunday and say, nah, I know that team needs a striker and that could be the difference between them staying up and going down these points. But we'll just delay it a couple of days more. It's madness, so we still don't know, and we could only find out whether he's available to play 75 minutes before the match is due to start, so Eddie Howe might have to tinker. But if not, you would assume Chris Wood is going to come in. Maybe Chris Wood might start even if Isaac is available, I don't know. And that's just a different dynamic altogether. Like, yes, on Sunday at Wolves, Chris Wood was a willing runner. He was putting himself about. We know he's quite good in the air, that's his strong point. But we just don't have that pace. And if you want to be anywhere in the country, it's Anfield with pace. We saw when Crystal Palace almost picked up a win there when they drew 1-1 a couple of weeks ago. Zaha catching them on the counter. They don't like it. Liverpool play one of the highest lines in the league. So if you've got people like Maximin, Wilson, Almiron running in between that and beating that offside trap with balls over the top, it's going to cause them problems all day if you do it right. So again, no Callum Wilson is a massive disappointment. And that's why I'd be tempted if I was Eddie Howe. If Isaac his work permit is accepted, I would be tempted to put him in from the start. Because let's face it, it's Liverpool, it's Anfield. Why not get the kid in? He's going to be absolutely raring to go. And then you would like to hope Almiron offers something a little bit on that right-hand side tomorrow night as well. His pace is going to be key, but also his work rate. Because Robertson is going to run, and he's going to run, and he's going to run. And Diaz is going to run, and he's going to run. So Kieran Trippier is going to need that support. It's just a different team, and I really hope we do some work in this transfer window in the next 48 hours, because these injuries, Maximin picks up plenty, Wilson's made of glass. These just show that our squad, when we get those first team injuries, is not that great, because I'm not full of confidence with the players who are going to come in to replace them, in your Longstaffs and your Frasers, that it's good enough to sustain any type of Premier League side really capable of winning matches. I really don't. I wish I could say that, because Sean Longstaff's one of our own and he's a Geordie, but that's not enough for me to save him from criticism, and he's not putting enough work in to suggest that he's anywhere near the level of Bruno and Joe Linton at the moment. Defence, I wouldn't really change unless, like obviously Matt Targett, as I mentioned, if he's fit, get him in. I would go Botman and Shah, because them two are now, you've got to keep your centre-backs the same in my opinion. I know it's 3 days after the last match, but I don't think Eddie Howe's in a position where he should be changing too much. So I don't want to see loads of tinkering. So I'd keep the defence the same. Longstaff looks like he has to play. And let's just hope. Yes, you need a bit of luck to get a result at Anfield. That goes without saying. We need Nick Pope to have an absolute worldie. We've been absolutely shafted by VAR the last two matches. We should have had a Stonewall penalty against Manchester City when Stones crashed through Shah. Sean Longstaff's shirt getting pulled back against Wolves. If you watch it back, which is what they've done in the VAR studio, how that isn't a penalty because it's a free kick anywhere else is ridiculous. So that's the kind of rub of the green we need as well. Do you get that in places like Anfield? I don't know, but we need everyone to be on their game if we had to get anywhere near a result. But what I will say this season is this Liverpool team, more than last year so far, can be beaten and can be gotten at and chances created. Van Dijk is not looking the same player this season. Defensively look a little bit shaky, and I think the way we've started the season and the way we played the last 6 months of the last season, Liverpool will be fearing us more than ever. So maybe they might be a little bit reluctant to bomb forward and leave as much space as what they maybe would have. And that's why it's so frustrating that Maximin's not playing. Maggie has gone for a draw in this game. So I'll take that all day. Maggie fancies a draw. She's got 2 right, 3 wrong now so far, including the cup game. So she's not doing too bad. So I'm going to back the draw as well. I'm optimistic. I am going down there tomorrow night. So if you are down there, you see the black and white banter t-shirt that I'll have on, make sure you come over and say hello and get us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as well. But yeah, I'm going to go for the draw. It's a very optimistic shout, and these games are still the stage where we are in this project. I still think it's a free hit. I wish it wasn't, but I still think places like the Etihad and Anfield are still, give them a go. Who knows what can happen. Stay nice and tight defensively. Stay nice and compact in midfield and get at them and up their arses. You only get results against Liverpool if you go after them and show them that you are not scared of them. So we'll see. It is a slightly different Liverpool team. If you are new to Black and White Banter though, Newcastle fans, like I say, give us one of these, just one of them. It goes a long way. Drop us a subscribe and let me know in the comments whether you fancy us tomorrow night, whether you think we're going to get absolutely battered by, let's face it, what is a good Liverpool team. And if you're going down to the game as well, let us know. And with only 2 days of the transfer window, who do you think we might get and who do you want? I'll touch down for a match day, away day vlog. If you haven't already checked out my Wolves one, just click down on the channel and watch our last video. It was a lovely one to put together, that on a great away day. Back on the party bus tomorrow. So I'll see you on the next video, hopefully celebrating what would be an absolute incredible result at Anfield. Away the lads.